Hi! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Dave Jeffrey Camposano. Our topic for the discussion today is all about simple and compound interest. But before we proceed, let us discuss some important terminologies. The first one is interest. It is the amount paid for the use of another amount of money called the principal amount or simply principal. Second, principal is the base in which the interest is computed. Third, term is the unit of time for which the principal is loaned or the length of time the principal is borrowed. Fourth, interest rate is the multiplier expressed as percent of the principal to be paid each term. And then last one, maturity value is the sum of the principal and the interest accumulates over the agreed term. So what is simple interest? Simple interest refers to the amount earned for 1 year. This kind of interest is applied for transactions that usually last for less than a year. So the formula for computing the simple interest is I is equal to P times R times T, where I is the simple interest, P is the principal, R is the interest rate, and T is the term. Then we have the maturity value that is represented by A. So the formula will be P plus I. So P, that is the principal, plus the simple interest. Let us try to answer the following problems. Number 1. An amount of 150,000 pesos is invested for 9 months at 4%. Find the interest and maturity value. So ang hinahanap natin dito is simple interest and maturity value. So the formula for simple interest is I is equal to P times R times T. Ito yan, yung kaninang diniscuss natin, no? Then the maturity value, A is equal to P plus I. So kunin lang natin yung mga given. Ganun lang naman ang technique pag magsosolve tayo ng word problem, eh. So 150,000, that is the principal. P is equal to 150,000. Then R is, sabi doon, is usually represented as the percentage. So that is 4% or the rate. Ang gagawin nyo lang sa rate is i-convert nyo siya into decimal. So, paano nga ba siya i-convert into decimal? Pwede natin gawin na 4 over 100. Or, pwede rin namang i-move nyo lang siya 2 decimal places. 4 going to left. 1, 2. That is 0.04 or, eto rin, yon 0.04. Okay? Then, sa time, sabi sa kanina, that is ang simple interest is less than a year. So sabi 9 months over the total months in a year, that is 12. So 9 over 12, or ang magiging time natin is equal to 0.75. So ganyan lang, tatandaan natin ang rate, i-convert natin siya into decimal, then ang time i-over natin siya sa 12 kasi there are 12 months for 1 year. Okay? Then substitute na natin. I is equal to, that is 150,000, the principal, times the rate, that is 0.04, times the time, that is 0.75. So pag kinumpute natin yan, we have 150,000 times 0.04 times 0.75, the value will be, or the interest will be 4,500. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung 150,000 pesos na ininvest niya for 9 months na may tubo na 4% na simple interest is tutubo siya ng 4,500. So, ito na yung ating simple interest. Okay? Then, for the maturity value, ang formula natin is A, or the maturity value is equal to P plus I, the principal plus the simple interest. So maturity value is equal to the principal, that is 150,000, plus the interest, that is 4,500. So pag inad natin yan, that is the maturity value. So 150,000 plus 4,500, that is 154,500 pesos. So ito yung ating pinaka maturity value. Number 2, an amount of 1 million pesos is invested in a financial institution. Letter A, how long will it take for the amount to reach 1,001,000 pesos at 2% interest rate? Letter B, at what interest rate will it earn 1,000 pesos in 10 months? So sa letter A, ang hinahanap natin is time. Kasi how long. Doon lang naman iikot yan sa formula natin na I is equal to PRT. Ang hinahanap natin dyan is T. Time. So, i-derive natin yung formula divided by PR. So, the value of the formula for T is I over PR. So, kailangan kunin lang natin yung mga given, no? I, that is the interest. Paano ba natin kukunin si interest? Ang given lang natin is ito, the maturity value and the principal. Dito sa formula na yan. Okay? So, ang gagawin mo lang dyan, ito, ililipat mo lang dito. So, magiging maturity value minus the principal is equal to the simple interest. So, yon. Ano ba yung maturity value natin? 1,001,000 pesos minus 1 million pesos. So, ang I natin, the simple interest is 1,000 pesos. So, yun na, ima-minus lang natin. Maturity value, 1,001,000 pesos minus the principal amount, which is 1 million pesos. So, matitira is 1,000 pesos. Then, the principal, meron na tayong principal, which is 1 million pesos. Then, for the rate, that is 2%, or convert natin sa decimal, we have 0.02. Substitute lang natin dito sa formula natin. So, T is equal to I, that is 1,000, over 1 million times 0.02. Okay? So, pag kinompute natin yan, ang lalabas na value natin dyan is 0.05. Okay? So, tandaan natin, kapag simple interest, that is 12 months. Kasi within a year, no? Or less than a year. So, gagawin lang natin is ita-times lang natin to para malaman natin kung ilang buwan ba, no? So, 12 months times 0.05. So, that is 12 times 0.05. It will give us 0.6 months. So, kailangan lang natin ng 0.6 months or wala pang isang buwan para makuha natin yung 1,001,000 pesos. Or kung i-convert natin siya sa days, kalimitan ang ginagamit natin, ilang araw ba meron sa isang buwan? That is 30 days. Yun yung kalimitang estimation na ginagawa natin eh. So, 30 days times 0.6 months or 0.6, that is 18 days. Okay? So, ang kailangan lang natin is 0.6 months or 0.6 month or 18 days for the letter A. Letter B. At what interest rate will it earn 1,000 pesos in 10 months? So, tandaan natin guys, laging dun lang siya umiikot sa formula na yon. I is equal to PRT. This time, ang hinahanap naman natin is yung R. I-derive ulit natin yung formula. So, divided by PT. So, R is equal to I over PT. So, yan na. I natin, that is the simple interest, 1,000 pesos. P, the principal, that is 1 million pesos. And then time, that is 10 months or 10 over 12. Kasi lagi natin ino-over siya sa, tandaan nyo yun sa time, lagi natin siya ino-over sa 12 kapag months, no? Okay? So, substitute na natin sa formula natin. R is equal to 1,000 pesos over 1 million pesos times 10 over 12. So, ang value ng R natin dyan will be 0.0012 or that is 0.12%. So, tandaan natin, yung R natin, ita-times lang natin sa 100 para siya maging percentage. So, 0.0012 times 100, that is 0.12%. That is our interest rate. Number 3, find the exact interest and ordinary interest given the following values. 5,000 pesos for 120 days at 5% rate, no? So, ang hinahanap natin dito guys, exact interest and ordinary interest. Ano ba ang pinagkaiba niyan? Ang pinagkaiba lang nito is yung time. Kasi kung mapapansin nyo, ang given na natin dito is 120 days or days na yung given natin. Before, ang given natin is months. So, yung months, ino-over natin siya sa 12 months because there are 12 months in a year, no? So, dito, days. Kapag sinabing exact, sakto lang. So, sa exact interest, that will be over 365 days. Kasi sakto eh. Pero kapag ordinary interest, that will be over to 360 days. Bakit po naging 360 days? Kasi ang estimation na ginagawa natin sa month, there will be 30 days in a month. So, 12 times 30, that is 360 days. Yun pa rin naman yung formula na gagamitin natin. Kaya lang, magkakaiba lang siya dun sa over natin. Okay? Again, pag exact interest, over 365 days. Kapag ordinary interest, over 360 days. Yun pa rin yung formula natin. I is equal to PRT. Dito muna tayo sa exact interest. Yan, sa exact interest, ito pa rin yung formula natin. I is equal to principal, that is 5,000 pesos, times the rate, so that is 0.05. So, 5% ko-convert natin sa decimal, times, yan na, yung T natin. So, 120 days over, dahil exact tayo, over 365. So, yan ha. So, so ang simple interest natin will be 82 pesos and 19 centavos. Yan ang ating sagot sa exact interest. Okay? Paano naman sa ordinary interest? So, ordinary interest. Tignan natin kung saan bang mas malaki ang tubo, sa exact interest ba or sa ordinary interest. Ayan. I is equal to 5,000 pesos times 0.05. So, dito lang siya nagkakaiba sa dulo. So, 120 over 360. So, kanina, ulitin natin sa exact interest over 365, sa ordinary interest over 360. So, ang ordinary interest natin will be 83.33. So, kung makikita natin dito sa sample problem natin, mas malaki ang tinutubo ng ordinary interest. So, yan na, don't get confused kapag exact interest over 365 days, kapag ordinary interest over 360 days. Next, we have the compound interest. This will be the formula for the compound amount and compound interest. So, compound amount, A sub n is equal to P times quantity 1 plus I raised to n. Then for the compound interest, that is I sub n is equal to A sub n minus P. But before we proceed, I would like to say hi to the following. Ito, mga matatagal na itong nagre-request sa akin, no? Talagang always akong kinokontak ng mga to. So, sige, pagbibigyan ko na nga. Rafi Alongan Mantawil, by Rohamina Alongan Mantawil, Insera Alongan Mantawil, by Yasmin Alongan Mantawil. So, ayan ha, from Poblasyon, Dalikan, Datu, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao. Magkakapatid yung mga yan. Matagal nang nagre-request sa akin yung mga yan, no? So, hi, kumusta kayo dyan? Let us try to answer this. Number 4. Compute for the compound amount and compound interest on 100,000 pesos principal for 2 years at 3% compounded quarterly. So, ilista muna natin yung formula natin. So, compound amount muna tayo. A sub n is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. So, wala tayong problema sa P dahil given naman lagi yan, the principal, that is 100,000 pesos. Pero dito sa I, that is the interest, no? Ito, makinig tayong mabuti. So, ang I natin, 3%. Or that is 0.03. Pero ang sabi sa atin is quarterly. Kung ano man yung given na condition dyan, kung compounded, i-divide natin siya kung ilan. So, quarterly, that is divided by 4. So, we have 0.03 divided by 4. That is 0.0075. Okay? So, ganun ang pagkuha ng I. Ko-convert muna natin yung rate sa decimal. Then, i-divide natin pag quarterly divided by 4 kasi quarter eh. Pag semi-annually, 2. Pag monthly, 12. So, yun lang yung mga tatandaan natin doon. Then, yung N. Ano yung N? So, N, quarter, that is 4. That is good for 1 year, right? Ilang years ba? 2. So, 4 times 2. Again, yung N natin, quarterly. So, quarter, 4. Ito yon. Times ilang years? That is 2 years. So, 4 times 2, that is equal to 8. N is equal to 8. Yan na. Substitute lang natin sa formula natin. So, A sub N is equal to 100,000 times 1 plus 0.0075 raised to 8. Okay? So, A sub N natin will be equal to 106,159.88. So, ito na yung ating pinaka-compound amount. Okay? So, compound interest naman, ayan. So, lagi lang naman compound interest, yung ano natin, compound amount minus the principal. Lagi lang naman natin mina-minus kasi nga interest tubo, no? So, we have, ito, I sub N. So, I sub N is equal to, yung compound amount natin, 106,159.88 minus the principal, that is 100,000. So, magkano ba ang tinubo sa compounded interest, no? So, yan. Ang pinaka-answer natin dyan is 6,159.88. So, ito yung ating compound interest. Okay, number 5. Last problem na natin to, no? Find the compound amount and compound interest on a loan of 50,000 pesos at 6% for 6 years compounded semi-annually. Ilista ulit natin yung formula. So, compound amount, that is A sub N is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. So, ang P natin, that is the principal, we have 50,000 pesos. Then, for our I, the interest or the rate, no, 6%, convert natin siya sa decimal, that is 0.06, divided by ilan? Divided by 2. Bakit 2? Because that is semi-annually. So, divided by 2, I will be equal to 0.03. Then, for our N, so, semi-annually, that is 2. Okay? Times how many years? That is 6. So, 2 times 6, our N will be 12. Okay? So, yan na. Pwede na natin i-substitute sa formula natin. A sub N is equal to principal natin, 50,000 pesos times 1 plus I, that is 0.03 raised to 12. So our A sub n, or the compound amount, will be 71,288.04. So yun yung ating compounded amount or compound amount. Okay? Then for our compound interest, I sub n, ganun ulit, A sub n, ima-minus lang natin si principal. So we have 71,288.04 minus the principal, which is 50,000 pesos. So I sub n is equal to 21,288.04. So ito yung ating compound interest. Okay? So that's all for today. I hope you learned something about the simple and compound interest. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep safe, everyone. Bye-bye.